Stop everything. What I'm about to tell you will shake the foundations of the NFL landscape as we know it. An elite secret, a whisper in the shadows, now on the verge of exploding into the biggest blockbuster of 2026. Right now, in the highest levels of NFL front offices, phones are ringing off the hook, secret meetings are taking place behind closed doors, and every major power broker in the league is desperately trying to lock down a game-changing move that could redefine the balance of power in the NFC and beyond. I've got sources, confidential, high-level insiders who operate in the shadows, and just moments ago, they confirmed something huge. I'm talking about a deal, a trade, an acquisition so significant that it could send shockwaves all across the league, shockwaves that will upend the San Francisco 49ers' entire future and reshape how we see their championship window. This isn't just another rumor. This is real. This is verified. And I can tell you with absolute certainty, something unprecedented is happening right now as we speak. A superstar, one of the most explosive, electrifying players in the entire NFL, is being targeted with a level of precision, urgency, and secrecy that only the most powerful organizations in the game can muster. The entire NFL is watching, waiting, biting their nails. But here's the kicker. If you think you know who it is, think again. Because the player in question isn't just any star. He's a game changer, a difference maker who could transform a team's identity overnight. And the best part, this entire operation is shrouded in secrecy, code names, encrypted calls, and clandestine meetings in private jets flying under the radar. The 49ers, a team already brimming with talent with a coaching staff led by the genius Kyle Shanahan, are desperately seeking that missing piece, a piece that will catapult them to the top of the league. You see, they've been searching, scratching, and clawing in the dark for months. It's been a painstaking process. Secret rendezvous in luxury hotels, whispered negotiations, offers made in the dead of night. Why? Because they know they're close, they feel it in their bones, and now it appears they've finally found him. Yes, I said him, but I won't reveal the name just yet. That's part of what makes this so explosive. But trust me, once I do, everything changes. Because what's coming next is not just a trade, it's a seismic shift. An unthinkable move that could make the 49ers an unstoppable force in 2026 and beyond. But before I get into the big reveal, let me set the scene. What exactly is the 49ers' current situation? Why all the fuss? And what gaps are crying out for urgent attention? This team, considered by many as one of the most complete rosters in football, still has some glaring needs. Their offense, led by the young quarterback Brock Purdy, is explosive, but it could be more dynamic, more unpredictable. Their defense, once battered by injuries, has shown flashes of brilliance, but needs a game wrecker on the defensive line or in the secondary to truly dominate. And that's where this mysterious move becomes so vital. The 49ers have been desperately hunting for a player who can provide not only elite production, but also that intangible spark. Someone who can elevate the entire offense and breathe new life into their championship aspirations. They've been scouring the league, looking for a perfect complement to their already stellar core of Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, and their ferocious pass rush led by Nick Bosa. Rumors swirl that the NFL's best minds, John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, and their inner circle, have been orchestrating this move in utmost secrecy. Private jets crisscross the country, encrypted calls exchanged in the dead of night, and meetings held in undisclosed locations. All of this points to one thing. The Giants, the Cowboys, even the Eagles, rival teams desperate to block this, are none the wiser until it's too late. Because whoever this player is, he's a game changer, and the 49ers want him now. And then in what feels like a Hollywood script, I can tell you with certainty, THEY found him. Now brace yourselves, because here's the moment you've been waiting for, the big reveal. I'm talking about Devon Achane. Yes, the Miami Dolphins' electrifying running back, the speedster who's been lighting up the league with his elite agility, burst speed, and game-winning plays. Achane isn't just a touch-and-go back. He's an absolute missile, a threat to take every carry to the house. In the 2023 NFL Draft, the Dolphins selected Achane in the third round, 84th overall, and right from the start, he announced his arrival with a bang. His rookie season was nothing short of spectacular, appearing in 11 games with 4 starts, A chain put up 103 carries for 800 yards, averaging nearly 7.8 yards per carry and 8 touchdowns. And in the infamous Week 3 clash against the Denver Broncos, he torched the secondary with 18 carries for 203 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, plus 30 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air. That game alone earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, a lightning bolt that announced him as a true star in the making. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Despite suffering a knee injury in October and being placed on IR, Achane fought back, returning in November and finishing the season with 907 rushing yards, 6 rushing touchdowns, 78 receptions for 592 yards, and 6 receiving touchdowns. His versatility, blazing speed, and ability to change games make him the perfect piece for a team like the 49ers, an offense that thrives on speed, misdirection, and explosive plays. Now, hold on, there's more. Achane is 24 years old with a contract that's affordable yet ripe with potential. His market value? Sky high, especially considering his youth and the explosive production he's shown. His current team may not want to let him go, but the opportunity for a blockbuster trade, especially for a team like San Francisco, is simply irresistible. Imagine him lining up alongside Christian McCaffrey in the backfield, defenses gasping for air. Imagine the kinds of schemes Kyle Shanahan could design with Achane's speed and agility, stretching the field vertically, creating mismatches all over the place. His play style. Precise, electric, relentless, a hybrid of quick cuts and blistering acceleration that makes defenders look stupid on every run. It's not just hype. Experts from across the league are whispering that the 49ers front office sees in Achane the missing piece, the secret weapon that will turn their offense into an unstoppable juggernaut, and their interest is not a secret anymore. Word is they've already made initial inquiries, proposed trade packages, and are prepared to make a move that will shake the league to its core. But why would Miami consider? Because Achane's value right now is at its peak. The Dolphins are rebuilding on the fly, looking to diversify their offense, and the timing for a trade like this, it's perfect. Plus, their front office has reportedly been in secret talks with 49ers brass, trying to gauge the best offer, weighing potential draft picks, young talent, and even future assets. This deal might involve multiple facets, a combination of draft picks and perhaps a player or two to sweeten the pot. And here's what I've learned from NFL insiders, the media hype, that's just the surface. Behind the scenes, there are clauses, performance bonuses, and incentives linked to Achane's future performance. Insiders whisper about insane bonus clauses. If Achane hits a certain rushing yard threshold, the Dolphins could owe him millions more, making the negotiations even more complex. But for the 49ers, it's worth every penny. They see in him a future Hall of Famer in the making. Now let's do a deep dive. What does this mean for the 49ers scheme? How would Achane fit in? Well, first of all, his explosive speed, clocked at a 4.32 40-yard dash, makes him a nightmare for defenses. Shanahan's offense, already built on misdirection, overloads, and tempo, would become virtually unstoppable with a player like Achane. Think about the mismatches. Defenders can't keep up, safeties are forced to cheat up, linebackers are left in the dust. On the other side, the Dolphins would be losing a dynamic playmaker, but the front office might see this as a strategic move, a way to recoup draft capital and build for the future with a haul that could include multiple picks. A trade for Achane would send shockwaves, perhaps comparable to the historic trades of the past. Think back to when the Panthers acquired Christian McCaffrey for multiple first-rounders, or when the Seahawks traded for Percy Harvin in 2013. Those trades altered the landscape, and this one could do the same. And what about Achane's future? Based on current projections, with his talent level, he could easily surpass 1,200 rushing yards next season if paired with a scheme designed around his strengths. His reception ability opens up even more options, screens, quick outs, creative plays. Imagine a future where he's the heartbeat of a San Francisco team that plays not just to win, but to dominate. But don't forget, this isn't just about the players. It's about the narrative. The drama, the sheer spectacle of a franchise willing to go all in, throwing a massive curveball at the league. The 49ers don't just want a good player, they want a statement. And Achane, he's that statement, a symbol of their relentless pursuit of greatness. As we speak, the next 48 hours will be critical. The league's eyes are glued to this story. Insiders whisper that a deal could be executed as early as the coming days. The NFL's offseason is about to get a massive jolt, and once this bomb drops, nothing will be the same. But I want you to ask yourself, what does this mean for you as a fan? Could a chain be the piece that finally pushes the 49ers over the top? Will this trade redefine the landscape of the NFC? How many more secrets are hidden behind the curtains? Believe me, this is just the beginning, and I promise I'll keep digging, revealing more as the story unfolds. Because this isn't just a rumor, it's the story of 2026 in the making. Get ready to witness history. Stay tuned, because the next chapter in the NFL's greatest drama is about to be written, and trust me, you don't want to miss a second of it. This is insider news like you've never seen before, a game-changing revelation that could alter the course of a franchise and redefine what we thought was possible in the NFL. The clock is ticking, the stakes are sky-high, and the secrets, they're about to be unveiled. The league is watching, and so are we. Keep your eyes open. The biggest trade in recent history is just around the corner. Are you ready for what's coming? Because once it hits, everything changes, and trust me, you'll want to be the first to see it all.